No Yotes jersey, no Avs jersey, so rocking the plane. Another season preview, series preview, I should say, for the Colorado Avalanche and the Arizona Coyotes. Yeah. So as usual, we start these series with a bit of history, a bit of rundown of what they've been able to do in the past. So the Avs, they have a record of 146 wins and 130 losses. Joe Sakic leads pretty much every playoff stat. He has 188 points, 84 goals, and 172 games played. Leads in all those categories. And Patrick Waugh, 81 wins, is their most winningest goaltender in the playoffs as well. And then you go to the Yotes side of things, and it's kind of fun with these franchises without much of a storied history. Although they had more games than I thought. 44 wins and 79 losses, so, I mean... Thomas Steen has their most games played with 56. Howard Chuck, 49 points, is their playoff point leader, and Keith Tkachuk is 19 goals and is your winner there. Nikolai Habibulin, 10 wins. I actually thought it would be Mike Smith, but he only had 9. So, so Habibulin, 10 wins. There you go. So let's run through the series, shall we? And how they got there. Obviously... Avs did what they needed to do in the round robin. Not a super strong showing, but yeah, nothing too poor. There's not much you can really say about it. They were, they weren't terrible out there, so that's all you want. And I think they're ready to go for game one here against the Yotes. And the Coyotes beat a Nashville team that... Well, we're about to find out. We're about to find out whether they played very well in that series and their system worked very well, or if Nashville is just, what they were like in the regular season outside of maybe a couple of weeks. They're just not a good team right now that's not gelling. And yeah, that's where, this is a really tough matchup for the Coyotes. If you're a Coyotes fan and you've stumbled across this video, I feel so sorry for you. The whole, even the GM's left, and... It just seems like there's something always happening to this franchise, and finally they have two scorers, right? They have two proper bona fide scorers in Hall and Kessel, which is something they've been lacking so much since the lockout. They've had one player score over 30 goals. I think since 2010 or something, some stat like that, and they've always struggled to score goals. They finally got two, and then they just run again. They're running into just such a hot team that will probably. Outside of the Golden Knights, I would say are probably the favourites to do some damage here. I'm not fully convinced about the Blues. It really is going to be very interesting to see how this team reacts and goes from here. Defensively, the Coyotes have a pretty good defense. I think it's just more the scoring, that their inability to get scoring has been the problem. However, they've got really good goaltending, like Ranta and Kemper. Ranta, if he can get it going, he can steal a series. He's been so injury prone lately, and it's been a real shame because I think it has cost the ability for this Coyotes team to be able to do something special, and we may be witnessing that. We may honestly be if they can even if they win this round and do nothing more in the playoffs, it'd be such a win for this franchise. It would be such an exhale for its fans. I just can't see it happening. The defense, I definitely give the edge for the most part to the Arizona Coyotes, although Cal McCarr, puts his hand up and says, "Hey, remember me." So that's going to be a little bit interesting. But in net, they've got pretty good goaltending all season. It's just been the scoring has been a little bit shaky, and the fact that McKinnon was well ahead of everyone else in points. But I'm starting to think Rantanen's getting into his game. Landeskog Kadri showed a fair bit. Obviously, that 0.1 second buzzer beater was pretty crazy. So it's as long as if you can get a goal or two from the third or fourth lines and just let your stars be your stars, I think they'll be able to beat the Arizona Coyotes. As long as you can match your bottom six with their bottom six, this top six will be able to beat the Arizona Coyotes. The first round, except for one game, the big boys didn't really score. It was more just a sum of all parts with the Coyotes. And I really always want to say Arizona Coyotes. I can never just say Coyotes or Yotes. It's always Arizona Coyotes. For some reason, they're just a first name, last name for me. JT Kempfer, look out for him this series. That's probably my go-to and to be a bit of a difference maker. But then obviously look for the big boys and see where they all end up. But yeah, I just can't see this Coyotes team being able to get through with its lineup unless this system is for real. The system that beat Nashville, if that system is legitimately for real, this trap that they're playing, if this can do it to this team, then look out for them this playoffs. Really look out for them. I just think Nashville made that system look better than what it actually was. I could be wrong, but yeah, I'm unfortunately giving it to the Avs in 5 or 6 games, somewhere in that sort of ballpark. I just don't think the Coyotes will be there for most of the series. I think they'll be close in a few games. I just don't think they'll be quite there. Still good to be here for this franchise. It is really good, just, money-wise, obviously. Chaker leaving and Stevie Sullivan being the GM is pretty awesome. I am happy with that. But, there's definitely... And if they can re-sign Hall and be serious about, this is what they want to be doing and starting to build something... we might be able to see this team back next year or the year after that and start to really progress here. But I think this is a stepping stone for them. And unfortunately, they've just drawn a bad matchup. I would have been really curious how they would have gone against the Blues. I think they may have been able to do a bit of damage there, but I just can't imagine this team is gonna lay over and die. I think it's gonna be something, but I think it'll be a fun series to watch. I have a feeling it will be a good series to just tune into. And if you've got a team that isn't one of these teams and you're watching, looking for another series to watch, I might recommend this one, if not the Vancouver series as well. I just think both of them are going to be quite fun. Anyway, guys, that is the whole video. If you did like this video, hit the like button. Otherwise, if you've watched it all the way through and you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. We're on 133 now, so that's super exciting. Obviously, every number that makes all this worth it. This is the 4th video that's being uploaded tonight, so it really is motivation. You have no idea how much it motivates. Even when you wake up and you see it go up by 1, you're just like, oh, okay, so yeah, I am doing something right, and that's kind of that thing. Otherwise, comment down below, how do you think the series is going to go? Very curious on your takes. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Have a great day. See you, and bye.